All right. Good afternoon and welcome to Mo Knows featuring me, Mo Mo Mo. I hope that puts some light on the current situation. Okay, I have been terribly under the weather since I don't know when. It's been about a good 3 weeks now. Look, Hey, Sam Francis, how you doing? Hey, Sam, what's up, Sam? It's nice to see you. Yeah, just coming over something like maybe out of the days of COVID. Yeah. So I gotta find out how that saying goes. We're not gonna ask for permission. I'm not gonna ask for permission. I'm just gonna ask for forgiveness. Okay, I'm assuming you can hear me since Sam is talking to me. But let me take a moment to put my own ears to the metal and see what I sound like. Pause. Put my own ears to the metal and see what I sound like. All right. I could live with it. It's something I could live with. Ow, go Momo. Go Momo. Get it. Come out here to the live stream and I get a little wild. Okay. Anyway, I'm not gonna be here for a long time, but I am gonna be here for the right time. This is season 9. Can y'all say 9? It means that I have been here 9 years dealing with the same energy and really wanting to take it this year and use the energy in a different format. Okay? So let's begin on some housekeeping measures. We've been here 9 years. Yes, this is season 9. We're going into season 9. Season 9. That means I done woke up 9 different times, beginning this all over from the beginning, and still have the same audience. You know, they talk about this word called insanity when you keep doing the same thing over and over again and you expect a different outcome. that's this that's this environment. That's when I hit this Monica Mo Justice. I know exactly who I'm dealing with. I know exactly where they coming from. And the only thing that changes in the scenario is Monica. Do you want to play with it? You know how they be like, lean with it, rock with it. So it just comes to that question. Yo, Mo, do you want to lean with it? Do you want to rock with it? The answer is that's a negative. In the words of Mariah Lynn, I'm admitting it because I did the shit. I'm a hoe. Remember that? I went through seasons of people calling me a side hoe, and then they want to check you in chats like they your friend. No, let's keep the same freaking energy. Let's keep that bitch energy where I get to be in total control of herself, being me, wherever I go. I don't participate in too many chats. So you're not going to see me being a chatter. I don't need to wear no blue armor wherever I go because I'm a force to be reckoned with when I'm dealing with the same people for 9 seasons. I don't need to boot up for nothing or no one on this platform. When my audience changes, so will my attitude. You cannot be disrespectful all your life and then expect me, Monica Mojustice, to bow to it. You gotta be kidding me. Now, I'm just gonna address a few things. You know, girl, Sam, you missed it. Oh, let me stay focused, but Sam, you missed it. I haven't been watching everybody's content. So I don't know the back and forths, the in-betweens, the moves and the shakings. Some people have membership only streams. Some people have live streams that go on when I go to sleep. And guess what? Because I was sick recently, or still to this day, guess what I didn't do? I didn't wake up in the middle of the night on my way to the toilet and see any of what y'all had going on. I slept through the nights very nicely. I must say so myself. I got a good night's sleep. So if people went live when I usually be on my way to the toilet, I missed it. So I didn't get no sneak previews. So if any content, and this is allegedly, was aired in the middle of the night, I wasn't there. I didn't see it. I didn't hear it. Any content that got repurposed, which could include but not limited to, somebody changed the name of the live stream. Somebody put the live stream in a members only platform, or they put it in a members only platform on a higher tier than what the members have access to. Guess what? It wasn't me. I didn't see it. And let me tell you, to be quite honest, if you are camouflaging your content, it means it's not suitable for consumption and you know it. That's it. Shout out, Miss Andy. Let's go. You owe me a call, baby girl. Tag you it. Anyway, anywho, so that's it. I ain't saying it. I'm not concerning myself with it. I have officially, and it won't be known to y'all until next year in 2027. I have officially entered a new stage of Momomo. I can actually say in my real and personal, so in real life, IRL, I'm entering a new phase. New stuff at work, new stuff at family, new stuff at play, new stuff at girlfriends, new stuff in my side business. Everything about me is new this year and improved. So why would I spend my time continuing to loop around this shit? You got to be kidding me. You cannot be going all the way up, looking all the way down. Let me say that one more time for that sister from another mister who is thinking about her trajectory, her growth. You can't be looking down when you are stepping up. That's just what happened to me. So I had to take on a little cold. Maybe it stopped a couple of conversations in the process because I couldn't speak. Think about Savannah Guthrie. Her mom got kidnapped. I don't even know what to call it. Her mom is missing. She not in that house. I'm just going to leave it like that. But before her mama went missing or not in the house or whatever it is, she had to undergo some vocal surgery, which rendered her unable to speak. If you want to believe anything, think about what her life, if you've been watching the story, must be looking like in 2026, that everything around her, from her vocal cords to the abduction of her mother, is meant to silence her, to keep her from what she does best. Man, I had to take back and I had to listen, because this is persons with money, unlimited amount of resources, unlimited amount of influence on folks, being from the energy stifled in their development, beginning to transition into a new norm, not being able to shake and make deals. Interesting. Anyway, when I do come back, I will go through all my theories on that situation. I will cover a few cases that went on this year that I wanted to really speak on, but because I wasn't feeling well, I really couldn't. But it's an amazing time of the year. And if I'm feeling this energy for myself, I know that people that are in my inner being share the same kind of energy, not the same kind of sentiment. We're talking about energy right now. If you share my same kind of energy, you must be experiencing this same overload. Maybe it's the end. I don't want to get into where anything is at. That's the StreamYard link, just in case somebody wants to get up here and hop up in here. Okay. Let me go to my community walls, because that's the only place that I was able to spread my wings, fly away. Recently, when I saw things that mentioned my name. If you mention my name, there's a strong possibility I'm going to be like Candyman, but I'm just going to hear it the first time around. If I should, be that lucky. And I heard my name come up. So I said a couple of things when I heard my name come up. Unlike my cousin, quote, when the tree falls in the forest. I was there. I just want you to know I was there. Shout out to my avatar. That's an AI feature. It reminds me of Miss Coleman, or my vision of Miss Coleman, because I never met her in person. Shout out to Miss Coleman for reaching out to me a couple of nights ago just to see if I was amongst the living. Let me see. Let me go to my post. Yes. So a couple hours ago. Yes, we are friends. But you house my enemy. I heard somebody say that. Actually, they actually said something like, but you so let me tell you where I got it from. So you do know that there is some military action, because I don't know whether to call it a W word, but there's some military action taking place on another part of the world, all over oil. So the people being attacked, right? The entity being attacked by the U.S. and the Israelis government, he basically was like, I'm saying he, but we're talking about entities, all right? So the party they're attacking, he can't reach them, right? Their arms are too long. So what did he do? He went and attacked his friends, his neighboring places. So they've been hitting them with the woo, right? They've been hitting them with the woo. And he was like, yo, you got their bases. You got my enemy's base in your land. I'm coming to get you. You don't want to be attacked. Don't have my enemies in your house. I just thought that was crazy. So I decided to put it up there on my wall. And I definitely decided to come here and make sure I tell you its intention, where it originated from, my thought process. Because for far too long, the people that watch this channel in a small universe on the internet believe everything that is written is about them. So I want to make sure I didn't put a name on it. You know how they was like, if you put a ring on it, I ain't Beyonce. I didn't put a ring on it. I didn't put your name on it because it wasn't intended for you. I'm intentional. There's no sideways shade. If there has been, let us clear the record. As for 2026, because you know, I'm a bitch. 2026 is rock the bitch. Okay. I plan on putting a name on it so you know exactly what I'm saying to you because it's intentional. There comes a time when you really grow up and you have to do it that way. I know that we have been built on a construct that has been self destructing since we got here in 2018. Oh, don't talk about somebody's name, they'll flag your channel. Don't do this, give them side names, give them all of that mentor garbage was purposely put here to continue the confusion. It's like Babylon from out of the Bible. When everybody's speaking the same language, they can unify, unite, build up something, come against a common enemy. You got to make enemies from within. Whenever people start speaking different languages and in different tongues and stuff, you start to build an uncertainty, and that builds an enemy within. You start to look over your shoulder to that person standing right to the right of you or the left of you, and you are confused by what they are saying, what their intentions are. And all of a sudden, even though you're on the same path, the same trajectory, guess what happens? You begin to not trust them and you break away. I always hear people marking on how they met each other here, right? Every now and again, you hear people go back, oh, it was so nice. It was so that. Ask yourself what happened to the trajectory. Ask yourself what happened. What made you change from the direction in which you was going in with that person that you had such a friendly relationship with that now you no longer have that relationship with? It's not an intent for you to go backwards. Because see, when you're going up, you don't got time to be looking down. You only cross down on your way back down. So that's what that was meant. If it caused anything, sorry. Nara, that wasn't it. Now, before that one, in my travels a day ago, I was listening to some content from another community. They're trying to make a community out of it. I'm not even gonna hold you, but nevertheless, I was listening in another community, someone do reactionary videos about people that come from the same type of audience that I have. And one of those people that they were playing content about or playing that person's regurgitating that person's content. Oh, was it a regurgitation? No, it was a replay of what I believe to have been that person's content. Because I have not went back and listened to, in full disclosure, Miss Tawana's content. I just haven't been over there listening to no tea, no shade, no hope, no none of that. I ain't had time for it. I've been sick. I just ain't. I didn't go over there to hear her new endeavor. I wasn't in the chat and then pull up and then pull around. But I did hear it being replayed. And let's just be clear, right? This is why people hate other people playing their content, because then they lose that viewer from going in and watching the content for a said self. But I am knowledgeable enough about the effery stuff that goes on around here to clearly know that it might be edited in some way, shape, or form. It could be in the world of Karen. It could be fast forward, and then you miss some of the context behind what you're hearing as content. I clearly get that. So I understand that I could have heard something not in completeness. And if you're in lore like I am, there is a construct called completeness. And sometimes when you're taking something out of context, somebody will say, objection. Completeness will be the reason. And they will want to enter the whole thing in to allow for the contextual part of it. Okay. On this thing, I'm just going to say, I don't know for completeness what was said or not said, but I do know what I heard in somebody's reaction to what they heard. Now, first I heard something like, yeah, because Miss Tawana was over there talking about Mo. She mentioned that's right. I was like, oh, why did Miss Tawana mention me? So I did not believe that I was going to hear it on the person's live stream. So I was like, I'm gonna have to go over there and get this lady's channel to see what Miss Tawana said about Momo. Now, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I really thought it was gonna be something positive. See how silly rabbit I am? I didn't think I was gonna get offended by whatever she was saying. Not because I'm friends with Miss Tawana, just because I didn't believe there was anything that I could have been doing in my present status that could cause somebody to say something negative about me. How silly of me to think that I could ever, really be a positive anything to anybody. So I listened, and this is the second time I hear the content. Because, all right, let's back up. Before I talk about what I heard, let me just say this. This is why other people who don't belong in other folks' communities shouldn't be playing other people's shiz without having the hashtag background. So when I listened to it maybe a week ago, same creator doing a reaction to Miss Tawana's new content. I heard stuff like D.I.E. dead. And then well, bam, like that. I was like, girl, bye. Bye. This is not and I'm being kind right now for completeness purposes, a BAM production. Anybody and everybody who comes from where I come from knows that spelling the word dead was spelled D-I-E by somebody other than BAM. Yes, I put a poll out on my wall. Like, yo, do you not remember this? So yeah, thank you to those people who responded. Because we all know D-I-E, dead, comes from faith. May she rest in peace. Not pieces, in peace. Because y'all surely, when you take something that you don't know its origins and try to make a mockery out of it, You understand? But I can't fault people for making their own narratives. I could just say it isn't true. And sometimes the people getting the accolades need to stand up and be like, no, correction. That's not me. I do use the terminology. Shout out to such and such. I got it from there. It's okay to pay homage. It's okay to not be the originator of something that you're using to your benefit. It is okay. But when you hear the misinformation, because I'm not going to call it a lie, it's just misinformation being spread about something you did not create, put some respect on it. Growth is at that moment when you're a growing being, because you're not trying to take credit for something silly and spelling dead wrong. You don't want to take credit for that. Be like, hey. Anyway, so I heard that. I was listening secondhand, and I can easily pick out. I did not realize that it was a Google Forms demonstration. If you know anything about Google Forms, it's just you can make up a form in Google. Is it, or is it something that you make up in Microsoft? I've used it in Microsoft, but you can create a form where you ask people to answer questions. Right? They click on a link, they answer questions. I use it in my beauty consultant business all the time to ask customers how they feel about something. Now, I will tell you that I've used it, and emails did not automatically generate unless I put it on the Google platform. Because I've heard people telling people to watch out because it's a docking mechanism. When I used it straight out of the Microsoft software, it did not automatically give me the person's email address that responded to the questionnaire. I had to ask them for specifically make a field and ask for their email. However, when I distributed the link through the Google network, it did provide me with the email address of the person who responded to, I want to say the survey, but the form. So take with that information what you may if you're trying to keep anonymity. Okay? All right, moving on. And I really did need, and the reason why I'm just pointing that out is because I really did need their email address to know who was answering that thing, because I was also giving them credit for giving me the referral. All right. So with that being said, the first instance of me hearing Miss Tawana mention my name on her platform in her new content was something to the effect, community. She said, Mo uses the language community, right? But Mo has not completed any surveys. So I heard that. So when the second go round came around that she mentioned me, I was like, oh, all right, I don't know. I was not thinking it was in the negative. But of course, she had an option to participate. And this is what her no tea, no shade is on her platform. So she chose to read out what I would consider a derogatory sexual of sexual nature against me. So I go from being, according to the people on this internet, somebody who would have sex with a guy to get my snow shoveled. I went from being a side hoe to now being Karen, lesbian friends or whatever from different states. It's just it is disgusting. How we play around here. But I guess I'm supposed to take that with a grain of salt. And then I have to hear like, well, Monica's been unreachable for a significant period of time now. And the thing that brings me out is my girls. What's that song? My popcorn. What is it? Brings the girls to the yard. I'm what better than y'all. So the thing that brought me out was lesbian conversations. No, the shit that brought me outside was motherfucking disrespecting me. Oh, it's the milkshake? Well, it's disrespect. I don't worry in my real life about anybody that shows respect to me. Is the disrespect you have to check immediately. So, I went to the town, I went to the post. I said, I understand. Hey, dear Miss Suama. Notice I didn't got no names for her. I ain't got nothing out of the ordinary. You know what else really is funky about it? When she was up here with John Frank, we realized I still have her number. I can reach out and touch somebody's phone, make it a better place. Whatever. Anyway, so I didn't come outside to criticize her for doing what she does on her platform. I came outside to say just what I said in that post. I understand you've stepped into the content creator realm. Congratulations. Can we give a round of applause for Miss Tawana? It must have been cold in those shadows. In the words of Beaches, you remember the movie Beaches. That's all I was thinking. I was thinking about all the times that she rode shotgun to bullshit for drop. We now know I don't know if she was riding. It depends on how you look at the situation where her and John Frank. If she was giving John Frank the ammunition to fuck with people, or if she was encouraging him, like it was his idea and she encouraged it, not discouraged it. I really can't tell. I have my own feelings based on my experience with the two of them, but not enough to say I bet that she did one or the other more so or not. So to me, it's just a question that I don't need an answer to because it's none of my business. The purpose of making the statement is because I'm talking about her riding in shadows of others. That it is behind every weak ass man and every strong ass man, there is an equally yoked bitch. And I think for a long time, there were some content creators that Ms. Tawana supported to their detriment. And there was some, I'm just going to say, there was some entities put in place that, but for Ms. Tawana's intrusion into the process, would still be standing in an affirmed state today. In the words of Karen, I'm speaking about puppets. You understand? If you've been here, you've watched things dissolve due to Miss Tawana's engagement. Now, do I find her to be well intentioned? Sure. And she's only part of the equation, but nevertheless, she was somewhere in the middle. What stands out most for me, and it'll result in people, probably wanting to call my children's father again, but I don't give a damn because I got to stand on my truth. When the Sour Patch account, may she rest in peace, was no longer here, people that were near and dear to that account holder wanted to maintain dignity in her passing. And it was unequivocally Ms. Tawana who wanted that information out here in the stream under the guise that the public had the right to know because they loved her too. Now, if you ain't never buried anybody that you really cared about, I'm going to tell you this. Fuck the public. It's the people that cared about the person that needed to know. You understand? It opened up the fraudulent activity. It opened up the GoFraudMe allegations, confirmations, and it just went on and on because there is a thing called foreseeability. And if Ms. Tawana had listened to the people around her, they could foresee the shit about to become a shit show about somebody that they loved. But being selfish and self-consumed, she did what was in her best interest. I ain't faulting her for it. I'm just pointing it out. This is what I consider to be constructive criticism. It is what adults do. It's part of adulting. Instead, people will come out here and they will turn that around and make it into hate speech and something to destroy somebody. I'm only speaking truth to nonsense. Anyway, again, I congratulate her on emerging from the crypts and the shadows where you traditionally operated behind the scenes. Welcome to the daylight. This is when you come out here and you're producing content, what is done in the dark shall, should, must come to light. I've been here for 8 seasons, building, creating, and standing on my name in plain sight. That means I have not been working in concert with somebody behind the scenes. Not since the days of my Truth Out Loud when I was in the girl group trying to take down Chosen King. When I emerged on this platform and I came up here, I have always been standing 10 toes down as Monica Mo Justice. Mo. And what were you doing during that time? I go on the right. You've lingered as a fan, a critic, or a frenemy, depending on the day, but always from the sideline. That goes from when I was on this platform talking to Joy and you came up here and you attacked Joy on the platform. I can't get that video back, but Lord knows I want it. Everyone knows that's the live stream we all wanted to see. But we know y'all came up here and y'all introduced me to another side of my cousin I didn't even know existed. It's what everyone had a problem with Joy about. Yeah, that's that stream. But nevertheless, at that time, Miss Tawana has been one of my biggest fans. When I was running for president of the community against Rocket, Ms. Tawana was campaigning in the back for the underdog. We already knew I was the underdog. There was no mistaking of that. No false identifying there. She has been one of my biggest critics when it came down to whatever was going on with Alethea. Alethea, who popped up over here talking about that. Girl, bye. I'm just gonna, this is a sidebar. I'm just gonna leave it to whatever Hyde said about her. That is JJ. Whatever he said about Alethea, he was dead on. I can't help it. Or most recently, when Ms. Tawana was on my platform being a frenemy. And some frenemies come in peace and some frenemies leave in pieces. So I'm not making it into anything. If it's taken as a negative, then I'll treat it as a negative only because that's how you received it. But nevertheless, I'm only living in my actual truth. Silence doesn't bother me. I don't give a fuck if you people never speak on me. You know how some people be like, oh, if you stop speaking, or if you don't hear your name out there, blah, 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 it means that they have forgotten about you. You are a has-been, da, 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 da. Oh, please. Oh, please. But disrespect does. And hot tea, no shade, a gentle reminder as you adjust to the light, coming out of the dark and into the light. And this is what I mean from my motherfucking chest with it motherfucking poking out. Don't burn your lips trying to sip what was never meant for you. So for whoever wrote the comment thinking that I'm bumping pussies with Karen, or licking clicks with Karen, don't burn your lip on that bullshit. Don't waste your time. Don't get caught up in that bullshit. Because at the same time, you showing your ignorance. Yeah, I said it. You showing your ignorance. Wishing you well on your journey, Ms. Tawana. I really am. I believe you have a right to create that kind of content that you are creating. But I must, because I'm Momo, I must remind the community as a whole that construct is coming from the strawberry letter that may she rest in peace, Kelly introduced to this platform in 2020. I need y'all to find some original content or give homage to the originators of your content. I just wanted that to sink in for a minute. Yeah. I don't know who has the gateway to the Kelly files, the Kelly Chronicles. But if you was here and you knew of Kelly, you know that was one of her signature things. Just like over there wanting to have a dog channel and highlight what the dog is doing. That was an original thought from Kelly. Yo, these bitches be tripping, or somebody just pushed them around here. No originality in anything that people do here without stealing somebody else's framework. And it's okay to use something as a guideline, but give it its appropriate accreditation along the way. I watch a YouTube channel on here, and the young lady is building a house from an old storefront. And every day when she starts her stream or her upload, she pays homage to her mother who is no longer here. And she inspires others to pay homage to the deceased, the ancestors, to whomever, for whom your thoughts are built upon. So may your days be longer. I believe that. Okay, Miss Tawana. So let's just put some ground rules up in here. Let's keep it cute. keep it creative, but above all, keep it respectful. Any questions, comments, concerns out the chat? Oh, and take notice that this is the final notice on this disrespect for me towards me for no reason. Now, I can't tell you not to read the bullshit that people write to you, but I will impose upon you to look at the integrity of the platform that you're building from the structure that you're building it from. I understand that your sentiment was, oh, you think that way? They live in different states. How could they be popping pussies from different states? I don't know. People are just disrespectful as fuck. And personally, because I don't be trying to be no troll catcher or guess who this is and guess who that person is, but I know who I believe might have been submitting those kind of things. Some people would say, yo, write me out your scripts. But that's a stupid comment to make. You can't control the fact that there are just some names that in order to get off the ground, you would have to compromise your integrity to stay relevant. I'm asking you not to compromise your integrity by using Monica Mojustice and the theme of being a lesbian to build your relevancy when you've been here the same amount of time that I've been here. I find it an irony, I find it ironic that somebody would want to have some hot tea and no shade, but throw the shade anyway. Words matter. Explore them for their efficacy. I realize on this platform, you have created hate in a space where you are inherently entitled to be great. I believe in everyone's full potential. That's why I fought for folks to have their independence from takeovers and acquisitions and mergers. People want to express that they don't need you to formulate their content, that they have their own audience that you were trying to sponge off of. I see it differently, but because the things have been built the way they've been built, I can't even argue from a different perspective such sentiments. I, Monica Mojustice, love myself more than I love anything on this platform. Maybe I just love my platform. The fact that it exists. But there are so many nuances with it that I have been less than happy. Again, an unsubscribe because you can't F with my vibe is greatly appreciated. Anywho, I can't tell folks how to do their business, but I will tell folks when their business incorporates me in the narrative. Which brings us full circle with today's title. Owning your energy includes owning the narrative. Make better narratives out here, guys. I think y'all have potential. Oh, one last thing, and I'm saved it for last within 4 minutes. If you catch me in traffic in the street, like I was on Sakina's chat yesterday, I didn't realize. I mean, what was it? Pussy struggling. I like at some point I did get that one was speaking on Karen and the situation that happened many years ago. Let me see, 2009 to 26. Somebody do the math for me. If something happened in 2009 and we're in 2026, 17 years ago. And it's funny because in that live stream, Sakina was referencing something that happened. Let me write these numbers down. Hold on, I gotta, because I don't want to forget. Karen's thing was about 17 years ago. And Sakina was speaking on that condemned son. And that happened some 6 years ago, 7 years ago. See the numbers here? Numbers are important. 7 plus 1 is 8, but the 7 by itself. Okay, listen. In the words of Karen, she cannot be recharged for an event that took place in 2009, 17 years ago. Guess what? Sakina can't be re-evicted from a residence that she lived in 7 years ago. The only people that keep bringing up the past are the people that want you to be regretful of what shaped you. Every experience that we encounter as individuals is an opportunity to learn from it and grow. It's not the same thing as telling the world on Veterans Day that you are a veteran and then it turns out you never was a veteran. It's not the same. There's no forgiveness in some of those things because it was done intentionally to fraud. I always understood the situation that occurred with Sakina and the living situation and wanting to say, I am forced to leave a premises, but not wanting to say under the true circumstances because it was humiliating to her at that time. For the same purpose, because somebody would be judging her. Only because I share a born day with her, am I going to tell her that that is not the energy that you need to be working with? In the we are always intended to be moving, never being stagnant. That's what I'll say to Sakina because I share that in common with her. In terms of what was said about Karen, I was putting that together while I was there, and I was just like, damn, I wonder what that really came about. I haven't spoken to Karen, so I don't really know what's going on with her and Sakina. But now I can see that something's going on between them. It's as clear as the day on my face, right? The nose on my face. Uh, so that's about it. But there was little cottonmouth inside the damn chat. And although I may have read what she said, I had to read it again, but after I spoke. But I don't take nothing back because I don't fuck with that bitch. I don't fuck with her the long way, the small way, the short way, the whole way, the anyway. So yeah, I'm like, hey, cat mouth, what is it? Cottonmouth, caterpillar, leave me the fuck alone. Don't speak to me. I'm speaking to the channel holder. Something I said, she's in there answering it as if I was talking to her. Bitch, I'm not speaking to you, not thinking of you. I'm answering the content creator. Then here comes some other snaggerpuss bitch. Yeah, I'm gonna call you just like that because I don't even know who fuck you is. You know, little chat gangster up in there talking about you being disrespectful. Okay, listen. I'm in Sakina's chat. If I'm not calling Sakina a cottonmouth anything, I'm not being disrespectful to Sakina. But where a bitch shows out and tries to show up on me, I'm definitely going to handle my business. Okay? So just because Cottonmouth feels like she could be in a chat and she gonna write some shit to me, and I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah, no, where you show up and show out is where I'm gonna show up and show out as well. Oh, you being disrespectful because you calling her a cottonmouth. No. I wish I knew who the fuck you was so I could call you a couple of bitches, but I decided because I was out in public not to extend an ass whooping to somebody I don't even know who the fuck I'm talking to. So I left it alone. See how that goes? Because I don't know who the hell I'm speaking to. When in the presence of royalty, please identify your motherfucking self. Y'all in troll accounts trying to make purposeful statements out of whatever you named your account. Y'all fake ass bitches. That's what y'all are. Hiding on the internet, talking shit to other people because in real life you can't talk that shit to nobody else. So do not tell me I'm disrespecting anybody when I'm having a one-on-one with a fucking cottonmouth caterpillar. Period. Where were you when she was doing shit to me? Now, I don't intentionally go in places and cuss her out on the norm because she don't never try to take what I'm saying and incorporate it like I'm talking about her. And no, I got a new phone. I'm not about to be the practice of screenshotting all y'all bullshit. That's over. Y'all was killing my goddamn storage, trying to memorialize y'all bullshit. The demented shit that, guess what? It's been going on for 8 years. And if you should live another 8 years, because you know we got more time behind us than we have ahead of us, y'all be saying the same shit 8 years from now. When did not Sakina, when did Miss Tawana become 70 years old? God damn it. I'm so through with y'all. Like, if there is truth behind some of this stuff, because I don't think she's 70. I think she's in her 50s. But I don't know. I wasn't doxing her, so I don't know. But let me just see, because I know I was not around here trying to find out what anybody was writing. Let me see who fucking channel it was. I asked Sakina if she was making merch. I encourage Sakina to do you on your platform. Like, if you want to make merch, go ahead and make merch. These people do all kinds of shit. It's your platform. Do what you want to do. Like, people do things. I don't know why they do things. Well, where is KK? Why isn't she here speaking to you, Sakina? So I thought when I read this, I thought this shit said, why she here speaking? I saw the she here speaking to you, Sakina. So I thought the bitch was talking to me. Cause I can. So I wrote Cottonmouth. Leave me the fuck alone. Saho, I wasn't talking to you. Okay, you see that? Do you see that, woman? So the third person that want to get all up in it, mind your fucking business. We was talking to each other quite amicably, if I do say so myself. Stay in your place, Monica. I'm not fucking with you, so don't come fucking with me. Still, it was not a conversation for the third party, and I don't know who the third party was. Because, like I said, I wasn't trying to snap y'all. I be, working, driving, doing whatever I do in that time period. The bottom line is if you see me in traffic and I ain't talking to you, I'm talking to the content creator. When I'm over in Sakina's world, her community, when I visit Sakina's community, I'm always treated respectfully by Tina. I address Tina, and then I be speaking most of my comments directly at Sakina. Are we clear? But I do know how to stay out of shit I don't need to be in. I do know that. And did anybody have a baby yet? I'm asking because I've been sick. So I just was trying to catch up because we in March 13th. Babies would do February 1, 2. So someday in February when it was supposed to be everybody else's birthday on this bitch. Or it got delayed to whenever the sonogram would have matured the person to 40 weeks. All I'm asking was, did the person have a baby? And the reason why I'm asking that question, because all of this shit started on my platform when Karen said, go sit down somewhere. Ain't you supposed to be pregnant? And the anger was because I didn't entertain it any further to allow the person that was pregnant to say anything else to Karen out of an abundance of caution for that pregnancy. So I'm just asking, did she have a healthy baby? Yes. This is Mo, and I'm not a hoe.